question. I can ask the user for more follow-up questions, and that's the whole point. It now has memory. There's a third question that it can handle, and then all the different configuration that I can show, and I can show the last 10 messages of the memory. So agents, in that case, are very nice because I can create them once, and I can use autonomy around it. That's one of them. Here one is another demo that you can run on your own, which is a more complex one. It actually creates a summary memory, okay? And it basically will create summarization on demand, and it creates a file memory as well. And it actually makes the agent now orchestrate with those two memories, okay? There's also tooling, another example here for tools. This one I'll show just because it's interesting. So let me show what it does. I basically created 3 tools. I have created a tool called Module List, which talks to BoxLang and says, hey, son, give me all the modules that are loaded in you. Module information, give me specific information about a module in BoxLang, and give me the BoxLang information from the server scope. Cool. And this is a new AI agent called Support Agent, called Boxy, your BoxLang support agent. I give it some instructions. I tell it to do this, the default model, and I give it all the tools. And then I do a continuous loop. So here's where you would have a loop. Well, obviously, this is the CLI, right? This would be kind of like a standard IO loop, but you could do this at the web server level. But now I can basically say BoxLang examples. I'm going to run number 21. And now I'm in a loop. And it says, hey, ask the agent about BoxLang. Okay, what version of BoxLang is this, right? And now the agent is going to receive the request, right? I have a few commands here to show you later, but it's going to receive the request. And you can see that it's thinking the tool calls have been detected. And there you go. It says running BoxLang version 1.10.1. It's giving me actual facts about me running in this application. And I can say what modules are installed. And now I'm basically telling it, hey, talk to BoxLang and find out, right, what modules do we have in our application. It's going to come back. You see that it's trying to put together all that information for me. And then it's going to present a nice response. And it says BXAI. I only have one module installed. All right, great. I can do history right here, and it'll show you all the memory that's available to me. I can even clear or show me the config. This one's an interesting one. It'll show me how my agent is configured. You can see that my agent right here is configured with instructions, with the description, with the different memories. It can even show you a snapshot of what's inside of those memories, right? My models, and that's it, right? So lots of cool stuff that you can do. All right, last one, agent scheduler. Let's look at that one. The agent scheduler is basically a class that is a BoxLang class, and you have a configure, and I create an agent called a support ticket analyzer. I have a database of tickets, and all it does is going to analyze those tickets all the time. That's all it's going to do. It's going to be analyzing tickets and tickets and tickets as long as it runs. Now, in this case, I had it every day at 9 a.m., but we can put it for every 15 seconds, right? I can do BoxLang schedule the examples number 23, agent scheduler. So right now, it's going to use the BoxLang scheduling for the scheduled task, and it's going to basically create and sample those tickets and analyze randomly those tickets. So you can see here that it starts, and it says my scheduler has started. So I don't need cron. I can put this in a Docker container, and I have scheduled task. I can put this in Lambdas, etc. And here it is. It's running a scheduled task. It's analyzing my support tickets, and there it analyzed my support ticket. I could send an email after this, right? You can see here that's my AI analysis, right? Priority high, the summary, website has been down, the suggested action, etc. So just like that, very easily, I can create a scheduler in BoxLang, create an agent, and schedule a task that every day at 9 a.m., it's going to analyze my tickets and send me an email, okay? Or it can do it every period as you see fit. All right, lots of goodies. I went through a lot of stuff here. There's more there, trust me, but we're out of time here. I wish I could do another session with you guys, but I'll just open up a little bit to question and answers. But if not, we can move on. But I'm pretty sure that we're going to do another webinar because there's still so much to show you guys. And remember, BoxLang AI intro is where you're going to get all the information, and AI.orch's books is where you're going to find the docs. Okay. So I'm going to close my share here. I'm going to move a little bit to just question and answer, and then we can call it a day. Great question. If it tries to populate an object or a class, right, and the LLM hallucinates, obviously it's going to fail. Right? I think you're going to basically get a response that says, "Hey, we couldn't populate." So I think that would be a normal thing that would happen if you're making a request to a specific API endpoint and you don't send the information. A GitHub link is here. You're asking about agent skills, but I think that in this situation, I think we're talking more maybe about agentic coding, which skills are used to basically augment, or are you talking about other things? Because that could be a plethora of things. In BoxLang, for example, agents can have tools, which basically are kind of like skills. Yeah, agent skills, in all honesty, are basically just tooling. It's exactly how you describe your tool and the way to do it, right? So it's really a discrete name capability that your agent has. A tool is basically your skill. Now, remember, a majority of these LLMs treat agent skills very differently. Not all of them are the same. There's also the concept of skills to create context as well. So, and that's actually a project that we're working on called in the Coldbox CLI, that it will allow you to create guidelines and skills. But those are basically to augment your context on the task at hand. So, like I said, different questions there. So the orchestration happens in the JVM. So BoxLang AI is your orchestrator. The models are just being called, and then BoxLang AI basically does the orchestration for you. All right, well, hopefully this was a nice introduction. Like I said, there's all these examples. I'm not even done with those examples. There's more stuff to see there and more stuff that I'm going to be adding to those examples. Please go to ai.boxlang.io. We'll publish also our keynote presentation as well. Maria Jose is going to be publishing that as well soon in our website. And of course, if you have questions, you can reach us in Slack or in our community in community.orchesolutions.com. And any type of question, anything we can do to assist you, please let me know and we'll gladly help out. All right. All right. Thank you.